Well, hey everyone, it's Shani and I am back with a ship with me. This video is actually going to be late posted. Last night I uploaded, what day did I upload last night? I uploaded my video from Monday, well, Tuesday. I uploaded my video from Tuesday morning, and right after I uploaded, I was like, I don't think I ever recorded the video of what sold over last weekend. So this is what's gonna be sold on Friday, or on Saturday and Sunday, the 22nd and the 23rd of February. So I apologize, and it's my numbers from last week. So give you an update on how that's going, on paying my debt off. And yeah, so let's just jump into it. I had no sales on Saturday. That's easy. No sales on Saturday. It was super slow. And then Sunday came and I had eight sales. All of a sudden, people were buying stuff. It was crazy. But anyway, I had 4 eBay sales, 5 eBay sales, 1 Etsy, and 2 Facebook sales. Yes, that was it. So we'll get started. I'll go over the eBay sales first. The first one was this vintage Pierre Cardin men's one size robe, belted fleece, kimono style, USA. It was definitely vintage. It was made in the USA. I got this I looked back in my 2024 inventory, and I had bought this for $1. It wasn't a bag sale, and it sold for $18. They did use my 10% off coupon in my store, so they saved $1.80, and my net profit on this item was $14.01. So pretty good sale. I've had this. I don't know why I didn't put what date I got this, but it was from last year, so I'm definitely recouping that money, thank goodness. I just made me a nice latte with caramel and some cold foam. Have y'all ever tried the cold foam yet? It's addicting, don't try it. And it's so tasty, so tasty. One more drink, okay. All right, next item is these All in Motion ultra high rise ribbed leggings, women's size XL, pink, new with tags. You all see all the Target stuff I get. I get it from my local pallet place. That's a half a mile from my house. These sold on an offer I sent for $9.89 plus shipping. My cost of goods on all Target items like this is $2.07 from the local pallet place. So my net profit was $7.74, and I got these last year. So the next item is this Trina Turk 100% silk colorful geometric cap short sleeve blouse, size medium. I have had this in my inventory forever. I don't even have a cost of goods from last year, which means it was from 2023. I ended and decreased my price a few times. This shirt has been on multiple 50% off sales. Which reminds me, I need to have a sale maybe I'll do that this weekend, this coming weekend. Maybe I'll have a sale. I need to do that. I haven't done that since before Christmas. So finally sold on an offer for $14.95 plus shipping. And my net profit on this item was $12.98. So not a lot for keeping it for over 2 years. So probably, I'm guessing 2 years, definitely a year plus. So I was ready to see it go. There was a problem with this. So Trina Turk is hit and miss for me. If it's a newer Trina Turk item, you can make a pretty good profit. The older Trina Turk items for me just kind of sit. The only reason I bought this was it was 100% silk, but there was defects in it, which I feel like probably caused people to not buy it. There was some like color transfer from someone inappropriately washing it. It didn't mess up the silk or anything, but it definitely, that pink that was in it, kind of, you could see it faded, washed into the other areas. It wasn't horrible. It kind of gave it its own look, but I think that that was one of the reasons it didn't sell. So next item is this vintage Art Deco Hoosier glass cabinet jar, farmhouse painted lid. So I found this for $5 at the end of the year. So this was bought in 24, right at the end of the year, I think in December. I paid $5 at a local thrift store. These jars kind of threw me. The comps were all over the place. Some people have these jars, the specific jar listed for $100. It was crazy. But the solds were all over the place as well. So it was really hard to figure out where I wanted to start it. I mean, I really struggled. It was crazy. The sold comps were crazy. There were some listed for super high. And the one thing I knew is I had the lid was painted. I believe this one was painted like strawberries. Someone had hand painted the top of the lid. But anyway, I decided to post it for $38 plus shipping, and it sold for that. You know what? I'm lying. I posted that for $49. I want to say, yes, I know I did, but I accepted an offer of $38. So I'm pretty sure that is what happened. So my net profit was $30.75. So I was really glad with that. For a $5, thrift find, I was happy with that. The next item on eBay was this vintage Mardi Gras New Orleans mask beads lot, Jester, Fleur-de-Lis, Bourbon Street. That was my title. I just was trying to pull in any kind of descriptive item, description I could. I got these in the Bag of Bargain, where the bag sales where you can fill a bag for $10. And I had just purchased these on December the 30th. So not far, a couple months, for 59 cents for these beads. That was my cost of goods on all of this. So I really thought about not posting it on eBay, but because the beads had fading, they were definitely vintage, except the mask. The mask was not vintage, I don't feel like. But I went ahead and thought, what the heck? I was maybe gonna put it in my booth, my flea market booth, for around Mardi Gras, but I just decided just post it. So it sold for $12.99. Plus shipping. They did use a 10% off coupon, which saved them $1.30. And my net profit on these beads was $8.15. So I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, I wouldn't have made that in my booth probably at all. So, okay, now I'm going to just find these items that sold on other places. Yeah, I was like, wait a second, I didn't do my video. Duh. Okay, here's one. All right, so on Facebook, I had 2 sales for shipping. They weren't local, I shipped. So it's really nice to be getting those again. Even though, I mean, they're kind of hit and miss, but I still am randomly getting them. This one is a super old item, bought in 2023, had to have been, because I couldn't find it in my 24 inventory, and it's this women's Gianni beanie lace overlay nude knee-length dress, size 10. Gianni beanie, that's how I say it. I had this dress as well, has been on multiple 50% off sales without anyone buying it. It was just so pretty. It really just is a pretty dress. So I ended up selling it finally after reducing prices to $12 plus shipping. And my net profit, I made a little bit on the shipping, which I didn't mean to do, but My net profit was $11.39. So I was so glad to get it off the rack. It's been forever. And then this next item is a very recent item. It's this Peanuts Collection Kids Size 4T Vintage Fleece Jacket Embroidered Charlie Brown. You know, Charlie Brown, Snoopy, Peanuts, comps on all of that kind of is all over the place as well. Definitely the older items are bringing in the most, but I had a hard time figuring out where I wanted to post this. And I just, I researched it and I just was like, Shannon, you're gonna have to figure out, where to put it. I wanted it to sell. I didn't want to hang on to this forever. So I posted it at $22 and it sold on Facebook. I bought this January the 30th. My cost of goods was only 83 cents in a bag. And my net profit was $18.56. So I was super happy with that as well. And then the last item is probably the most disappointing. I got this at a thrift store on January the 30th. So it was a this year item. My cost was $5. You guys saw this in a haul I had. And I posted this. It was a vintage Anchor Hocking clear glass ice bucket, fruit basket, weave, wood, and wire handle. I've sold a smaller one of these before. I think I sold in my booth. I really thought about putting this in my booth, but I thought, let's see how it does online. And so I posted it online for $24.99 plus shipping. It sold on Etsy. So they used not only did they use a 10% off coupon on Etsy, which I didn't even think I had, but I must have it. So they saved $2.50. But then one thing Etsy does really, really chaps my hide is they will charge you for off-site ads. So if they are putting this on and they do this without your permission. Like I've never gave them permission to, sponsor this ad or anything. So basically some off-site ads. So let's say, when you scroll on Facebook and you see things listed on Etsy. So they used this to get people to come to Etsy and shop. And so basically they charged me for that. Not only did they charge me a little bit, but my offsite ad for that was, I have it here, $5.47. I had to pay them because they had put that on an offsite ad to try to get people to come and buy it. Which some people would be like, well, be appreciative, it's sold. But truthfully, my net profit on this was only $4.92 after the shipping and everything. So I was a little frustrated because not only did the patient, now I'm talking like a nurse. Not only did, I am a full-time nurse, by the way. Not only did they save $2.50, so that was $2.50 for a coupon they used of mine, but then my fees were, almost $4 fees plus the offsite ad fees. So my fee on this item was around $10 they took from me. I was not happy. I was super mad, truthfully. I'm still mad about it. It's chapping my hide, yo. So yeah, my net profit on this, well, it wasn't little. It was a pain in the butt to ship. I'm going to say that because it was a lot bigger than you would think. And I just, yeah. I mean, it took me probably 15 minutes to wrap it and ship it. And because I don't want it to break. I don't want it, even though I'm only it's an important sale to me. Okay. Yes, I'm making money. Every sale is important to me, no matter if I'm only making a few bucks or if I'm making 50 bucks. I don't want my buyers to be upset. I'm glad they got a good deal, but in the process, I got burned. So Anyway, something to think about if you sell on Etsy. This isn't the first time this has happened to me. And the higher price the item is, the more they take from you for the offsite ad, because it is a percentage. So yeah, they got roughly $10 in fees from me on this item I posted for $24.99 plus shipping. Whew. Gets me going. Gets me going. Anyway, but that was my weekend. Yeah, it stunk. I had the 4 sales on Friday, and then I went into Saturday with nothing. And then I sold 8 items on Sunday. So I thought, okay, let's get going. Let's keep this thing going. And then it's just been crickets ever since, pretty much. So anyway, I'm not complaining. So my recap for last week, which was February the 17th, Monday, February the 17th through Sunday, February the 23rd, I had 23 sales. Now that is 24, 25, 26, 26 items, because I had a bundle. I think I only had 1 bundle. Yeah. So 23 sales, which is up from the previous week. The previous week, I only had 20 sales. So I had 3 more sales, plus a few more items. I had made roughly $120 more than the week before. So my total net profit, what I brought home, was $347.37. So for those of you that are following my paying off debt journey this year, I take 25% of my net profit and I put it towards one of our bills. And right now I'm in the process of paying off my second bill, which is a little Home Depot credit card that we had used right before we sold our previous house, and we both kind of forgot about it, truthfully. And it had just over $1,000 when I started, and I just started paying this the second week of January, I want to say. Yeah, I think it was the second week of January I started paying off this one. I had paid off my student loans that first week of January, and then the second week of January, I started Home Depot, started paying off from my profit from January 6th through 12th. So that's when I started, okay? And it was right over $1,000. So just over a month later, I have it down to right before I made this payment for this week, what I owed was $535.50. And that was what I owed when I made this payment from this week, February 17th through the 23rd. My payment was $86.84. So happy. It's going to be, next time I log in, it'll be under 500. It'll be in the 400s. So I'm super happy with that, even though I would love my sales to increase. And I have higher priced items, and I'm like, can someone just buy some of those? So that's kind of how I feel. But anyway, sorry this video is behind and I got kind of rearranged it a little bit, but hopefully I'll get this listed as we head into this next weekend. This will be listed for you to see how my last weekend went. And yeah, thanks for sticking around, and I will see you later.